How was the date?
Oh, 'twas great. Hey, look. Sadie gave me a love bite, look.
Get away from me, you feckin' lump of Egypt.
You know something?
Yeah.
Sadie says we should sell this kip. You know what? We'd make a killing in the property market. Then maybe, me and her could get like a small place together, and well, you could find yourself.
What the feck would a boner from the slaughterhouse know about the property market?
She's a meat technician from the abattoir, actually. I see the Scottish couple, the Rash's place is up for sale.
Yeah.
I wonder where they're going.
It doesn't matter. Jock Rash will always have a roof over his head.
How do you mean?
Well, he's in jail for life, Rodge. He chopped up his wife in a drunken rage and stuck the bits in a box.
Jesus. Tell you what, she'll be missed. Everyone liked Fanny Rash.
The night of the slaughter, a nosy neighbour rang the guards after hearing a scream. The cops arrived 3 days later, as they do. Rash had plenty of time to clean up the gore. They found nothing. Fanny's gone back to Dunfermline in Scotland to, visit her mother. The guards seemed to buy his story, or so he thought, until Detective Spunk Murphy of the Limerick CID got involved. He called to the front door and started sniffing about. Oh, so the wife's in Scotland. She must be caught up, being away from your good self. My colleague in Dunfermline was hoping to bump into her, but he hasn't had much luck. Jock was sweating as the detective left. He knew he had to dig up the wife from under the floorboards and dump the body as far away as he could get it.
Was the detective on to him?
Jock didn't know, but he couldn't take the risk. So the next morning he left to the train station with a suitcase full of wife. He would jump off at some no-name town and find a discreet place to bury the body. He got on the train and stowed his case in the luggage compartment. He sat down and began to read a newspaper and act as normal as possible. Hello, Jock! Isn't it? He looked across the carriage, and it was the last person he wanted to see.
Mike Murphy from Winning Streak.
No, you scutter and gobsheen. It was Detective Spunk Murphy. Well, isn't this a coincidence, Mr. Rash? Us on the same train and all. I have someone under surveillance. Jock broke out in a sweat. Yeah, he's in the next carriage. He's a drug dealer. Continued Murphy. For the first time in a week, Jock relaxed. It was just a coincidence that the detective was on the train. We've been after this lad for 3 years. And at the next stop, we're finally going to nab him, Murphy told Jock. The drugs are in the luggage compartment, and our crack team will get on board and go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. Jock went pale. I've got to, go to the Jocks. He got up and headed straight for his suitcase. He had to get rid of it before the next stop. He took the name tag off his case, that he had stupidly forgotten to remove earlier, and stuck it to a similar suitcase. Then threw the wife out the door.
I suppose. What else could he do?
At the next stop, a bunch of armed guards got on board. A few minutes later, a message came over the tannoy. We're sorry for the inconvenience. Could passengers please come and claim their luggage? Jock was first there to claim the case that wasn't his. So, this is your case? Asked Detective Murphy as he looked at the name tag. Do you mind if I have a little look inside? Go ahead, said Jock with a smile on his face. A smile that instantly turned to horror as the jigsaw puzzle remains of a woman spilled out onto the platform.
Jeez, but hadn't you thrown the wife out the door?
Yep. Or at least he thought he had. Oh, he was so confused he broke down there and then. All right, I did it. I killed me wife. The police dragged him away as a smile crept across Detective Murphy's face.
'Cause he got his man.
Yep, but he'd also managed to get rid of Mrs. Murphy.
Huh?
Poor Jock had thrown his wife out the train door, but unbeknownst to him, the chopped up remains of the detective's wife were in an identical suitcase. Murphy had the opportunity to use Jock as a scapegoat and rid himself of his pretty but unsatisfying wife.
Jesus, that's some double cross.
Yeah.
My God. Huh?
So, are you and Sadie going to move in together? Buy a fitted kitchen and have 2.4 dogs and an inside toilet?
Maybe we will.
Yeah. Well, I hope, Granny will enjoy her new home.
But what? But your granny be here with you.
No, not at all. Granny requires the care of two people. How's Sadie with, incontinence pants?
Oh, right. Well, maybe not.
Oh.
Right, I'll just stay and stay put.
Fancy woman.
Right, incontinence. Yeah.